हेलो एवरीवन, कैसे हैं आप सभी। होप आप सभी अच्छे होंगे। मैं भी बहुत बढ़िया हूं। सो एज रिक्वेस्टेड बाय ऑल ऑफ यू कि सर प्रैक्टिकल ट्रेनिंग के ऊपर एक वीडियो बनाइए। तो यहाँ पर हम इन डेप्थ बात करने वाले हैं सीएमए की प्रैक्टिकल ट्रेनिंग के बारे में। इस वीडियो के अंदर आपको किस किस सवाल का जवाब मिलने वाला है, सबसे पहले मैं आपको ये बता देता हूँ। सबसे पहले तो प्रैक्टिकल ट्रेनिंग आखिर है क्या, किसे कब और क्यों करनी होती है, इसके बारे में आपको इस वीडियो के अंदर मैं बताने वाला हूँ। अब अगर किसको करनी है ये पता चल गया तो आगे फर्दर प्रोसीड कैसे करना होता है, मतलब हाउ टू फाइंड ट्रेनिंग। आप ट्रेनिंग कैसे ढूंढेंगे इस आर्टिकलशिप के लिए, ये और कई सारे क्वेश्चंस कि क्या सर कहाँ पर ट्रेनिंग करें, इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर वेयर वी कैन डू आवर ट्रेनिंग। एंड नेक्स्ट थिंग, फॉर्म्स टू फिल, which forms we have to fill. Can we do our articleship training under CA or CS? ये क्वेश्चन भी काफी सारे स्टूडेंट्स का रहता है। कितने मंथ्स की ट्रेनिंग के बाद फाइनल का एग्जाम दिया जा सकता है, ये भी क्वेश्चन रहता है। और ऑनलाइन इसमें एग्जम्पशन कैसे ले, प्रैक्टिकल ट्रेनिंग में एग्जम्पशन कैसे मिलती है, ये सारे क्वेश्चंस मैं आपको यहाँ पर दिखाने वाला हूँ। वेबसाइट पे जाकर के भी मैं आपको लाइव दिखाने वाला हूँ कि किस तरीके से हम फॉर्म्स भर सकते हैं और कैसे जो है हम ट्रेनिंग फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं। तो ये सारे सवाल अगर आपके मन में है तो ये इन डेप्थ एनालिसिस है। अगर आपका भी कोई फ्रेंड ये इन डेप्थ एनालिसिस जानना चाहता है तो उसके साथ भी ये वीडियो आप शेयर कर दीजिएगा। और अगर आप चैनल पे न्यू हैं तो सीएमए की ऐसी ही अपडेट्स के लिए और फाइनेंशियल वर्ल्ड की अपडेट्स के लिए आप चैनल के मेंबर सब्सक्राइबर बन सकते हैं, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करके। अगर आपको फास्टर अपडेट चाहिए तो आप नोटिफिकेशन आइकन पर जाकर के ऑल पर क्लिक कर दीजिएगा, क्योंकि ऐसी ही इंपॉर्टेंट अपडेट्स जो है हमारे टाइम टू टाइम बेसिस पर आती रहती है। और फास्टर अपडेट्स के लिए आप टेलीग्राम ग्रुप भी ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं, जिसका लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन में गिवन है। सो बेटा देखिए, सीएमए प्रैक्टिकल ट्रेनिंग के बारे में अपन बात करते हैं कि आखिर ये ट्रेनिंग किसे करनी होती है, क्यों करनी होती है, ड्यूरेशन क्या है, इन सारी बातों की। सबसे फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैं बता दूं कि ये ट्रेनिंग कब करनी होती है आपको। इफ यू वांट टू गिव सीएमए फाइनल एग्जाम, अगर आपको सीएमए फाइनल के एग्जाम्स देने हैं देन दिस ट्रेनिंग इज नेसेसरी, तो आपको ये ट्रेनिंग करनी पड़ेगी। लेकिन कब करनी पड़ेगी, अगर आप सीएमए फाइनल के बोथ ग्रुप देना चाहते हैं तो ये ट्रेनिंग नेसेसरी है। और सीएमए फाइनल का अगर आप सिंगल ग्रुप दे रहे हैं फर्स्ट टाइम तो ट्रेनिंग नेसेसरी नहीं है। मान लीजिए लेकिन आपने एक ग्रुप क्वालिफाई कर लिया है और अब एक ग्रुप ही आपका रिमेनिंग है, उसको आप देख करके आप सीएमए बन जाओगे तो आपको ट्रेनिंग नेसेसरी। इट मींस आपको ट्रेनिंग नेसेसरी है इफ यू वांट टू गिव बोथ ग्रुप्स, or if you want to give remaining group of the final, then this training is necessary. You can give one group examination without completing this practical training. This is the information which I got from the website itself. अब बात ये कि ड्यूरेशन क्या है, तो देखिए देयर इज द न्यू ट्रेनिंग स्कीम। अर्लियर इट वाज ऑफ 6 months, नाउ यू हैव टू डू 15 months ट्रेनिंग और आर्टिकलशिप। Who have to do this 15 months articleship? Those students who registered after 11th February 2020. If any student registered before this date, then that students have to do 6 months practical training. So this is the clarity upon who have to do 6 months training and 15 months training. Hopefully it is clear to all of you. So if you are registered after 11th February, then surely you have to do 15 months training. So this was the question many students were asking to me, sir, do I have to do 6 months training or 15 months training? So hopefully this question is clear for all of you. Now there is the objectives of practical training, which is specified the institute itself, and obviously the motive of the practical training to get practical exposure. If you will go into the company, then obviously you should have some knowledge about the work culture and all of the company. Through this practical training you get all the knowledges. If you are working with a cost accounting firm, or if you are working a company, then you get versatile knowledge in every area, and this knowledge helps to you in campus placement as well as in the company where you will work after becoming CMA. So here is the detailed list where you can do your articleship. There are two appendix. Appendix A, where the list of the organization is given, and appendix B also contains the list of organization where you can do your training. So first of all, from where you can do your training, practicing cost accountants, obviously you know that. A firm of cost accountants, or central state government, semi-government public utilities, you can do your articleship from there. Many of students asked me this question, sir, can we do our training from a bank? Answer is yes. You can do your training from any bank, insurance company, or other financial institution. You can do your training public sector undertakings, it means PSU, and they are offering very good stipend to the students as well. You can do your articleship from universities, management institutes, or any other recognized educational institution. Make sure you can do your training from educational institutions as well. Cooperative society and NGOs, you can undergo your training from there as well. And very much important question which is being asked by students again and again, sir, can we do our training from with SCA or CS firm? So answer is yes, you can do your training from chartered accountants or company secretaries, but the condition is that they should have their separate management consultancy division, and you should work in that management consultancy division only. And the certificate which is given by the chartered accountant or company secretary firms, they have to mention this on that certificate that they have separate management consultancy division. So yeah, answer is that okay, yes, you can do your articleship from CA and CS, but that firm or CACS have to mention on the certificate that they have separate management consultancy department or division, and you should do your training for from that department only. Now the next things are there. Apart from these, from where you can do your training. One more thing, CACS articleship will not be set off or entertained. Many students who has given CA or CS always ask me, sir, I have done my 15 months training, 3 years training from CA or CS institutes. Will my training be considered? You got your answer. Answer is no. Your training cannot be set off with CMA training. You have to undergo fresh training in that case. Yes, but if you have done work in an organization, then your work experience will be considered there. I will come upon that point as well. And any management consultant or firm, you can do your training from there as well, or any other organization. Make sure this is the very much important point. The list is given in appendix A. You have seen the 7 organization already mentioned by the institute. If you are not getting your training in these 7 organization, then you can do your training from any service sector or manufacturing sector, company, firm, everything. But there is a criteria that if you are doing your training from service sector, that service sector company or firm should have turnover of at least 25 lakh. Or if you are doing your training from other than service sector, it means manufacturing, trading and all, then turnover criteria is 50 lakh. It means you can do your training from any organization which have 25 lakh or 50 lakh above turnover, and any other organization as approved by the council. On time to time basis, institute may approve more organization for this practical training. So I can say CMA institute gives a very vast area to complete your articleship as compared to the other institutions. You can do your training from CMA, CMA firm, PSUs, bank, insurance companies, and cooperative society, NGOs, CA, CS. Or if you are not getting training over there, then any organization which have turnover of 25 lakh in service sector or 50 lakh in other than service sector. Now there is a list of areas of working. In which area you have to work. If you have joined your training, where you can do your training, it is specified in Appendix A. We have seen that. Now the work area. You can work in management accounting area, cost accounting, financial management, auditing, regulatory compliance, direct taxation area, indirect taxation area, corporate law, industrial law area, system analysis, IT, project management, banking operation, insurance. These are total 13 areas in which you can work in that organizations which are specified in Appendix A. So hopefully it is clear to all of you where you can do your CMA articleship or training. The duration of CMA articleship is now 15 months, and 100% it will increase the value of CMA profession. There is also change in computer training scheme as well. I will make separate video on that, and we will be coming live very soon with the institute's officials to discuss about that training as well. Now we have to discuss about many more areas you can work. This insolvency valuation, financial service, very much important thing, teaching in finance, accounts, costing, taxation and management. If you have taught accounts, costing, taxation, management subjects, that will also be counted as your training. Very much important thing, you have to notice that thing. So hopefully this was not cleared among the students. So this area is also covered under practical training exposure. This is the very good point where you can do your training. If you are not finding your training, then many of the students, I have started teaching after my intermediate. So many of students start teaching after intermediate. Their teaching experience is also will also be considered by the institute. This is the very good thing. If you have worked in management consultancy services, engineering services, and any area approved by the council. So we have seen the organization where you can do your training and the work areas in which you can work. Now the thing is that where are to undergo practical training? So I think it is already specified that in Appendix A, organizations were specified, and in Appendix B, work area was specified. Exemption from practical training. This point is important for such students who worked with other organizations before appearing in final. So if you are having work experience, if you have work experience, then you don't have to undergo training. But that work experience should be with Appendix A organization, which is already specified, and work area should be as Appendix B. For getting exemption, you have to fill T3 form with a fee of 2000 rupees. Then you will be able to get exemption, and for June attempt, it is 31st May, and for December attempt, it is 30th November. If you got exemption from your training till this date, then you can give upcoming June or December attempt. Now there is one more thing which I would like to specify over here. Articleship is of 15 months, but you can give your examination if you have completed your 10 months training. Yes, there is the point. If you have completed your 10 months training up to 28th or 29th February for upcoming June attempt or 31st August for upcoming December attempt, then you can also appear in the upcoming attempt. So yes, 15 months articleship is necessary, But for giving final examination, for appearing in final examination, you can complete 10 months training and sit in the examination. Remaining training you may complete before the results. Now let us come upon other points as well. Procedure for intimation of practical training. Suppose you have found your organization and work area. These two steps are completed. I will tell you how to find organization in the end of video, and I will show how to fill the forms as well. This video will be little bit lengthy, so watch it till the end for getting every information regarding articleship. Now the thing is that which form you have to submit for articleship or training. First of all, T1 form. If you are doing your training from PCF, it means practicing cost accounting or form of cost accounting. And T5 form after completing your articles. And if you are doing your training from any organization, then T4 and T5. So let me make it clear. If you are doing your training from firm, then T1 and T5 form. And from organization, then T4 and T5 form. And these forms can be downloaded from this link. You have to physically download these forms, then you have to scan these forms, and then you have to upload this form. That form should have seal of the organization. Now let us come upon one more point which is raised by the students: change of employer. Say I have done 2 months or 3 months training from one organization, then due to some reasons I have to change my organization. In that case, yes, you can do that, but you have to intimate to the institute within 30 days from leaving previous employer, or you have to pay 1000 rupees fees as well in that case. So hopefully you got the answer. Change of employer, yes, you can do that. You have to intimate to the institute within 30 days, and you have to pay 1000 rupees fees to the institute as well. Now, what is the minimum stipend for CMA articleship or training? If you are doing your training from practicing cost accountant or firm of cost accountant, then your minimum stipend will be rupees 2000 for the first year, 3000 for the second, and 4000 for the third year. This is the minimum stipend. If any firm or cost accountant wants to give more stipend to a student, they may give. Now the question is, if we are doing our training from a corporate or organization, then what is the minimum stipend? It is pretty high. It is recently revised by the student institute. 8,000 or 10,000 minimum in first year, second year 10 or 12,500, and in third year 12,000 or 15,000. Where this 8,000 is applicable or this 10,000 is applicable? If you are doing our articleship from metro cities or A grade city, then 8,000, 10,000, 12,000 will not be there. In that case, 10, 12,500 and 50,000. And in any other case, this amount will be applicable: 8, 10, 12. It means lower amount for small cities and more amount for bigger cities. This is revised on 1st October 2018. So hopefully you got the answer of minimum stipend as well. Now let us come upon one more thing: leave to cost and management training. How much leave you can take during your articleship? So you can take 1 day leave in a month apart from regular holidays, 1 day leave in a month apart from regular holidays. And institute allows 16 days leave, 60 days, sorry, 60 days leave for preparation of your examination. So during this 15 months training, you can get 1 day leave in a month from institute side and 60 days leave for exam preparation. It is relaxation from institute side. If the that practicing cost accountant or firm or organization is not giving you leaves, that is not responsibility of the institute. You have to take the leave. It is relaxation by the institute that they will consider these leaves as your training period. Now let us come upon working hours. An article have to work at least for 35 hours in a week. If you have attended any seminar, conference of the institute, that hours will also be counted in these 35 hours. For example, you have gone to office for 30 hours and for 5 hours you have attended institute seminar and all. Yes, you have completed your 35 hours. It will be considered. So if you have completed 35 hours in a week, that is okay, but if your employer is saying you have to work more, that is upon you and your employer. You both have to negotiate upon that. These are the minimum hours you can work, more of these. Now this point is for organization and PCMS. A practicing cost accountant can have maximum 10 trainees under him, or a fellow member can have maximum 15 trainees under him. So if you are doing your training under ACMA, associate member, then maximum limit is 10, or if you are doing your training under FCMA, then maximum trainees can be 15. Now we will see where you can find organizations. Sir, how I have to find organization? I will answer that. Sir, how to fill training form? I will answer these two questions. Hopefully all of your doubts have been cleared now. If you have any doubt apart from this, you can ask me in comment box. It is always open. So for these 2 points, we have to go on to CMA Institute's website. So let's go. Okay, so now I have opened the website of CMA Institute, that is icmi.in. After opening this website, you have to click on this student section for finding organizations for training and filling forms for training. After coming on to this, you have to click on this option, training. Now you will see option of skill training, industrial orientation training and practical training. We are specifically discussing about practical training, so let us click on practical training. Now your query is, sir, how to find organization and firms for training. So here is the option. If you want to find practicing CMS cost accountants for training, then you have to click upon this option, PCA registered for trainings. If you want to find out organization registered for training, then you have to click upon this option. If you want to know about new opportunities regarding training, then you have to click upon this option, practical training opportunity. Let us see, if I want to find organization registered for training in Delhi, then how I can find that. I have clicked over here, organization registered for training. Then we have to select the city, like I have to find in Delhi, then I have clicked on Delhi, and here is the list of the many organizations which provide training with their telephone number and email ID. You can send your CV over there and you can talk with them if they have any vacancy. If you want to find out practicing CMS, then same procedure, you have to click on this PCA, practicing cost accountants, and then you have to select city. For example, I want to find training in Jaipur, then I will go to Jaipur, then submit. And here is the list of practicing CMS and firm of cost accountants which provide CMA articleship. If you want to know about new vacancies regarding CMA, then CMA training specifically, then you can go upon this option, practical training opportunities, or here are the opportunities. These opportunities are updated on time to time basis. So get updated over here, come on time to time basis and check if there is any vacancy. So this is how you can find organizations for practical training. Now the question is that, sir, how we can get, how we can fill forms for practical training. Sorry, my bad. So just come over here and you have to click upon this option, online training forms. After clicking on that, this option, online submission of practical training exemption forms. After coming over here, you will see download training forms. If you are doing your training, practicing from of cost accountants or from a chartered accountant or company secretary, then you have to fill T1 and T5 form. If you are doing your training from any organization, then you have to fill T4 and T5 form. So you just have to download these appropriate form, and you have also have to paste seal of the organization from where you are doing your training. Just get printout of this, fill that form, scan it, then you have to come over here, fill your registration number, select appropriate option, then you have to upload that scanned form. That's it. So these all were the details about how to find organization and how to fill training forms. Apart from that, if you are not able to find organization for practical training, you can do your training from any organization which is having turnover about 25 lakh in case of service sector or 50 lakh in case of other than service sector. So hopefully you have liked these details. If you have any question apart from that, you can comment below and I will surely answer that. So that's all for the day. Thank you very much.